Hello again. Thank you for rejoining us. I'm with Clay, who is the host of Terminally Nerdy, and this is the second part of our interview.
Welcome back, guys. Let's get into it.
Okay, so the Terminally Nerdy video logs, even though you've got the 20 plus years of experience, it's quite a new thing for you, isn't it? I guess it's been in the last year, I think, that your channel has been producing these videos.
So I actually have had two YouTube channels.
Oh.
I have the one I have now and I had one before.
Right.
The one before is gone. I nuked it.
Okay.
It no longer exists.
You weren't happy?
No. So what that one was I was trying to do like game reviews similar to like Total Biscuit.
Right, yeah.
You know, me talking over game footage, and people liked it, but I didn't like it. And the story there is I got so mad about it.
Okay.
That at the time I was part of a community for small YouTubers, which I'm still friends with a lot of those guys. They're people I play with. I've made friends with these people. I got so mad I didn't even give any warning. I just destroyed the channel.
Okay.
And it infuriated them.
Oh wow.
Like I was gonna be done. I was gonna be done with YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing what I thought I was. I was all over the place. Couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And I got chewed out by people.
Wow.
So I said, okay, well, the most popular videos I did on that channel were the ones where I was just vlogging. I had done like 2 of them.
Yeah.
With a cell phone camera. In fact, it was this.
Yeah. Does the job?
And I actually built like a little cheap stand with like some craft foam and something. So if you go back on my channel now and look at like the first, I want to say 4 videos, they're recorded with that camera.
Yep.
And then I got the webcam that I use now, the C920, and I've been doing a lot better with the focus on like role playing. I don't really do the video game stuff much anymore because my hands are actually injured.
Yeah, well, I did see the video on that. That sounded quite painful.
I wear these little compression gloves. They squeeze your hand and increase blood flow, and it helps.
I know on the video he did mention that a friend had a similar issue and that he eventually recovered to some extent. What's the prognosis kind of with your hands? Could you get back to where they were?
It's already improving.
Oh, that's great.
Like I actually, I've been playing World of Warcraft a little bit with my wife at night.
Yep.
But I literally play it one-handed and do everything with a mouse.
Yeah. Because
it's my left hand that's really bad, and I'm right-handed. So I'll control the mouse, and she actually leaves us everywhere.
Teamwork.
I actually really don't play.
Yeah.
I've managed to play a little bit of Fallout 4 on the weekends, which is one of my favorite games nowadays. But I have to wear the compression gloves and a wrist brace.
Well, I suppose with such a negative, you managed to kind of turn it into a positive, and that you kind of have ramped up the video logs, which is a gain for all of us viewers. Which video, say in the past 8 months or so, have you had the most fun making, or has perhaps generated the most discussion back and forth with the viewers, would you say?
That would be the one where I criticized Critical Role.
Oh dear.
Okay, so, God, it was like 3 months ago? Like 3 months ago, a gentleman by the name of Goblin Stomper on Twitter had written a blog post about actual play podcasts.
Right.
And he was fairly critical about it, and I kind of agree where some of these more highly produced ones like Hyper RPG or Critical Role, they can set an unrealistic expectation to people new to the hobby.
Yes, I guess with having professional voice actors in the roles, etc. Plus the
you got professional voice actors. You have, these elaborate sets. You've got like some people use Dwarven Forge minis in terrain, which is ridiculously expensive. And 99% of us aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
Matthew Mercer actually responded to Mr. Stomper. And then I responded to both of them, and the 3 of us actually had a little conversation. I couldn't get my point across.
Right.
So I went home that night from work, made the video, edited it, threw it up, and then Matthew Mercer agreed with me and retweeted it.
Oh, that's brilliant, yeah. I think that's the problem with Twitter, is that it's so hard to get the point across in so few characters, isn't it?
Yeah, I've taken to like writing it in Notepad, then like screenshotting it and cutting it out. If
Yeah.
I have something larger to say, just making it like an image, like the whole support small creator thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Tell us about that actually, the supporting small creators thing, because I know you have an issue with the like button on Twitter. You'd like to?
Okay, this goes into the mechanics of YouTube, or really mechanics of like website generation, traffic generation. So, I work in customer service. Specifically, I work in a pharmacy now. But there's an interesting theory where if you like something, you are almost assuredly not going to tell anyone.
Right.
You like it. There's nothing really.
Yeah.
You don't feel the need to tell anyone about it. It's
Yeah.
just, oh, I liked it. It's cool, and you just sort of move on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't like something, you are going to make sure that everyone knows.
Yeah.
And the same kind of thing holds true nowadays. So like, people keep telling me I do great videos.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I have 2,000 some odd followers on Twitter. I have 366 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep. Nice numbers. Yeah. Yeah.
But you can go as far as like on YouTube, you are generally going to expect a number of views on a video equal to 10% of your total subscribers.
Yeah.
That means the video did well.
Yeah.
View-wise, but then you're also looking to make sure people watch as much of it as they can. And I mean, all that's great. That helps the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
So YouTube promotes it, because like if you post a video, this is why that sub for sub thing that pops up where people just sub to each other and never actually do anything, that's why it's horrible. Because like if you have 1,000 subscribers and you get 10 views a video, that is less than 10%, and as far as YouTube is concerned, that video is absolutely horrible.
Right. Ah. Okay. Right.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
But if you have, and it gets it just as bad as if you have 40 subscribers and you get 90 views on a video, YouTube looks at that video and go, well, it was good, I'll promote it, but it wasn't good enough to convert people to subscribing.
Yeah.
So you end up with like, I got all these views, but nobody wanted to stick around.
Yeah.
And the problem with smaller people like you or me or a lot of people on Twitter
Yep.
is that people will hit that like button, and that like button on Twitter does literally nothing.
Yeah. Is that been confirmed? It definitely doesn't increase visibility or anything like
No,
that.
it doesn't. Because the way Twitter works, it doesn't do any of that. Twitter decides what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Twitter see like the only thing that might affect is if you go to search a tag,
Right.
and that tag is in the tweet, it might show up higher up in the popular search.
Right. I see. Than ones with fewer likes, I guess.
The big thing is the retweet button, because that shares it to your followers.
Yeah.
Moves the content on. On YouTube, liking is actually really important, just as important to dislike, actually.
Yeah.
As long as your dislikes don't outweigh your likes, they count for the same thing.
And I guess as you kind of touched on, the differences on Twitter, because there is no dislike button, the dislike button becomes people replying and sort of ranting at the person. So that increases visibility. The negative becomes has a higher.
Oh yeah, people love to argue.
Yeah.
That's why clickbait works. And
Yeah.
so like in my case, I don't really promote myself too much. I feel really weird doing it at all times. So I'll release a video, I'll post that I released a video, and that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Small people like you or me, we the fans have to get word of mouth out. We're not Markiplier, we're not PewDiePie, we're not Jacksepticeye, we're not Critical Role, we're not Beacon Sundry, we're not Encounter Role Playing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have large fan bases.
Yes, it relies on word of mouth in that small contingent of people that perhaps do stumble across it or follow us, kind of thing.
Yeah, so like that's what I was trying to do with the support small creators thing, is I don't even care if people mention me.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to mention those that they think deserve more attention.
Yeah.
Because if you don't talk, like if I don't talk about you, nobody might know you exist.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be making the assumption that somebody else will tell people about you.
Yeah. I think perhaps a lot of it maybe is people thinking that they don't want to fill up the timeline. They don't want to inconvenience people, and they're concerned that if they promote too many people, that people are going to start unfollowing them, or think, I'll mute this guy. He's all he does is retweet.
Yes, and that is something that happens. I admit I've muted people, but not because they're retweeting other people.
Yeah.
I will mute people who constantly tweet about themselves.
Yeah.
There's one guy, he finally unfollowed me. And admittedly, he has a lot more subscribers, but that's because this dude would literally tweet about himself probably 12 to 14 times a day minimum.
Okay.
On top of that, he would find conversations that only vaguely had to deal with one of his videos, and he would insert his video into them. Like he was hard hitting.
Ruthless self-promotion, I guess.
And he actually did it to one of my friends that I was talking to, and it made her really mad.
Oh, right.
So she started ranting at him, and he's like, well, it works for me, so what are you gonna do? My response was to mute him. I was like, well, that's good enough for me.
Now, I know you've done videos with kind of wrestling streams, and that's something you're a fan of, that perhaps some people watching are fans of or have been fans of. Thinking about wrestling, it generally has a slightly different fan base than tabletop gaming. Perhaps there's some crossover, but in a way, I guess there's some parallels between the two, in that there's a lot of combat in both, there's storylines and character development. Do you think perhaps those elements are what attract you to both? Is there anything else?
I am a sucker for story. That's why I read a lot. Wrestling is nothing more than a male soap opera.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, role-playing games are nothing more than soap operas.
Yeah.
They're about characters, they're about telling stories, like you said just a second ago. That's what they're focused on. I mean, in fact, there are tabletop wrestling role-playing games.
Yeah.
I even have one that, while I'm no longer doing the wrestling streams, I am intending to get a couple of friends together and then once a month do a wrestling role-playing game.
Right.
Where they'll be playing the characters that they had approved me to make of them in the video game.
Yeah.
They're essentially going to play those as RPG characters, and it'll be more focused on the 4 or 5 of them as a group rising through the ranks of wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds pretty unique. Have you ever known anyone, or perhaps this is something for the future, but to see people who are wrestling fans kind of make the move towards, say, D&D or something that's more sort of fantasy-based tabletop?
I know a couple already who have on Twitter. There's one, God, I can't remember. His name is Burn something or other. I think his Twitter name is Burn Established 19 something. He used to be a wrestler.
Right. Wow.
And now he's into D&D, and that's why he follows me.
Yeah.
There's somebody on my Twitter called Coco Wonderpup.
Yeah.
Who is both a tabletop fan and a wrestling fan. They found me because of the wrestling streams. Now they stick around because I talk about D&D all the time.
If Vin Diesel can be a fan of D&D, then there's no reason why wrestlers can't be either.
Oh my god. Did you watch the Vin Diesel plays D&D with Critical Role?
Yeah.
That was I was watching that going, Jesus. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this right now.
You certainly seem to have a good time.
He's just hamming it up, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Everything that's both good and bad about role-playing in one video.